Hello there! There we go, give the mic a second to load. Hello there, how are we doing? Is the stream popping up? Because for me, it's just a blank. Oh, there we go. Okay, stream has loaded. Hello there, how are we doing? Hello there, Matt. Nice to see you. First in chat, Matt in chat. Hello there, Tinks. All right, we're gonna, for about 2 hours, we're gonna be playing around with R2-D2 here. And then we do have that Droid Tycoon event, which I'm looking forward to. A brand new Droid variant, which will be very interesting to see. And how that lines up with everything else. Because I think I'm like Rebirth 27, something like that at the minute. And they're adding another 5 rebirths as well. So do I have to do those like before I can then go on? Or when I rebirth, does it then throw those in? Or does it miss it out until I super rebirth? There's also another super rebirth. It's a lot, but we'll get onto that towards the end of the stream. First off, I was actually just watching a old video of mine, as I do. Aren't they so good? Not to big myself up too much. The Maul Shadow Lord one in preparation for Monday. Help me get a little thumbnail from it as well, which is the next stream. That should be scheduled now. That should be public now. And yes, it's such a good ship. It is such a good ship. It'd be nice to see a few more interactive pieces in with ships, just like we've got for R2-D2 here. Now, last week, 2 weeks ago, it's been a while. Wait, this is the first stream, or was that just at the start of August? 2 weeks ago, we made it so that our R2 here could turn around. It could, you know, relax. It could move, get the legs out, go somewhere, stand back up, turn and do that thing backwards. But we want to make this R2-D2, as in the title, free roam. So we're going to be going on Python again today and making this R2-D2 run around as it pleases, making sure it doesn't bump into anything. Hello there, Risky AKF. No worries. Enjoy your membership. And your tile on the draw as well. I'm sure you've probably seen that by now. We did have these Funko boxes last time, which we used to form a little barrier around the outside of the table because we do not want this R2 falling off. I'm going to limit it to this half of the table for now, but then later on I'm sure we can expand it and get it to go around the room potentially. That is the idea, to get R2 to free roam any location without any worries. Shall we run last week's or last fortnight's programming and see if R2 still holds up? Is that a good place to start whilst we're testing everything else? So first off, we're activating it with the green button. I can't remember how long we have to hold that. And I tell you what, I don't have the Bluetooth dongle, do I? Ouch. I need to get, I do have one. That is, I put it away because I stopped using it, because most Bluetooth devices now, which, can we speak about this? Most Bluetooth devices now come with their own Bluetooth USB. What's up with that? Why isn't everyone just using Bluetooth? Why is everyone using their own version of Bluetooth that's meant to be better than everyone else? Just release a better dongle. I'm sure they exist, right? Is that just me? It's like having different charging cables, because, oh, this one is, you know, this one is twice as fast as this one over here, when in reality they are part of, like, they're the same thing. What is your take on Bluetooth USB dongles? They're cool. Maybe they don't need to change. I mean, they do what they do, don't they? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Tinks to the rescue with a Bluetooth dongle. Let's get, I tell you what, I freed up the slot as well. I normally have my speakers plugged in. I unplugged them for the dongle and just completely forgot about this. Have you gone to sleep? You right there, bud? Are you awake or are you asleep? I think there's a little glowy light underneath. Oh yes, and the sensor. What are you doing? Okay, R2-D2 is headless. That's why. Oh no, not the chopper arm. What was that? press the button. Does it do the last code when you press the button? If you haven't seen the video where we gave R2 some chopper accessories, well, why are they chopper accessories or are they R2 accessories? That's a good point. Then that will explain why R2's got hands. All right. Are you on, or have you've shut the system down, right? All right, are you just going to start going, or? No, that's what we want. We don't want R2 to randomly just start going. It's my computer been pinging those instructions since like last week. This is the code that we're running with. This is just the tester. This is the little one. So if we pair up and run this, it should work. It should work. Oh, have you seen the short? That's been posted, right? Is that out? Please say that's out. It's... You know what? It was meant to come out 6 minutes ago. Let me double check I got the right time for that. Hasn't been restricted or anything, has it? No, it says it's public. I've just checked. It isn't public. Refresh shorts. And if there's a load of shorts coming out right now, I don't know if the stream affects it, but usually it's delayed a little bit. Yeah, there should be a short out right about now. We're going to have to get a double check on that. In the meantime, let's run with this code and we'll try and fix that in the next couple of minutes. Hey, there we go. Going forward. Now back it up. Turn around. And now come forward again. But don't hit the box. You kind of hit the box there. I can't lie. All right, you've fallen. You're going to go on the side, aren't you? Oh, you know why it is? We need to stop this. There we go. You know why it is? I forgot the coasters. We had coasters underneath it. Yes, W video. Okay, the short is out. Good, good, good. The smallest one on the market. And it's the cheapest as well. It doesn't cost 50 quid. Does anyone remember where we put the coaster? Because I don't. It was one of these legs. I think it was the close one. We'll start off there. Because, yeah, then it would push that way a little bit. And I think it was only one or maybe two. So we'll fix that up as we want. But we need to make it so that R2... We need to make it so that R2 can just keep moving forward. And I think we've cracked it. So this line of programming that we've got on screen makes it so that R2... who is still on because we stopped it using the stop button rather than cutting power. R2 goes forward. Sometimes. How close do you get to the box? You actually hit the box. So we need to change our step. The good thing is... Oh, there goes R2's head again. There we go. Why? You know what might be the problem? Right, let's stop you. I think I've worked out what the problem is on the actual base of R2. Last time we were playing around with like the leg bits, and I don't know if we switched it up or if we changed anything, but there is a bracket. There is one single bracket on the inside of both legs. And I think it's only a single bracket, so it should pop. Oh, the whole thing pops out. This bracket. If we remove that, R2's going to have less resistance to falling forward. In fact, he would be more inclined to fall forward than anything else. So I'm thinking we could do that. Maybe we keep the 1x1 so that R2 can be level. Yeah, because they do need something. Actually, what if we kept the bracket and got rid of the 1x1? We'll test both of these. I got a brick separator to hand, of course. Always handy. That's one thing I'd recommend. If you're streaming anything Lego, keep a brick separator to hand. Doesn't matter if you get one in the set. Always have another one. What's my take on the Iron Man Millennium Falcon rumor? I had a little research. I did a little digging into that. And it turns out that that whole rumor is started with M&R. Yeah. No matter what you think of M&R, it's technically not his fault. He paid someone to do a render. Honestly, I can't believe he paid someone to do it, unless they built the mock for him. It's different if he got instructions for it, but it looks like it's just a render of box art, which maybe he didn't want to do it himself. He's got enough money that he can just throw it at people to get things done, you know. But yeah, it was a render, and it's not like a believable one at that. It's just a render of a Lego set, and that's where it comes from. All right, that's made it a lot looser. But that being said, I'd love a collaboration between Star Wars and Marvel. They have the exact same license because they're all under the Star Wars, Marvel, and Indiana Jones are all mentioned in the same one license. So anything that happens to one can happen to the other. And that does mean we could get a three-way tie between Star Wars, Marvel, and Indiana Jones. So I'd love to see that as a set. Han Solo as Indiana Jones, Nick Fury as Mace Windu. We've got, oh, we said about Fennec as May as well. Oh, so many crossovers, couldn't we? So many. And imagine Short Round working for the TVA. That would be funny. That'd be hilarious. All right, shall we test out R2's new model, see if we need to modify anything else with the legs, and see how R2 runs? Shall we then? Ooh. That was what R2 was struggling with. The hardest part is going to be when it's angled onto the right-hand side, I guess. Oh, okay. Didn't need to press that back on. That's good. I'm going to move you that way. And we can get R2 like weaving in to the left and right, can't we? You're definitely going to be blocked. So I'm going to block you first. But that seemed to work for the legs. One more. No. Again, it's like the middle of the table. Okay, whoa, buddy. Let's stop that there. So it works, the middle of the table isn't flat. I wonder if there's anything I can put on it that is definitely 100% flat. I don't think there is. I don't think there's anything that I know will be flat. Everything will have some sort of bump in the road. What we could do is put R2 in the middle. That then wouldn't have any bumps in it, and we could even whack like a box or something underneath. But what I'll have to do is I'll have to hold the middle of the table to stop it bumping. It went first off, that's good enough. We can copy this now into, so this is to turn, but this turns 180, doesn't it? 133 is 180 degrees. So we want to go half of that, which is 66.5. We get away with a cheeky 66 and keep this in a variable called like turn 90 or something like that, which we can then whack into this, which would have to, yeah, if we have it as one that can be called upon, that would be really handy. And then we could also have, we still need to look. We still need to look at having something going on at the same time. Hello there all. Just posted an ATT team. Oh, nice. Oh, I will check that out. That's tiny. It is the world's smallest. Yes, I think I saw the start of that, Django and Boba, in the Discord. If that's on the community, we can pull that up in a second. I have to remember how I create a, it's not a variable. A variable is not what I'm thinking of. What's the word that I'm thinking of? It's not a variable. I can't remember the name where you have the list of instructions. You can do it on Python. I know you can do it. It might be that whole multi thing that I was thinking of. But What is it? What is it? What is it called? It's not a class. I don't think it's a class, right? Maybe it is. Variable, yes, no. Not a class. That is not what we want. That's just like a bunch of variables in it. If definition. Is it a definition? Definition. Maybe. A definition. Oh, wait, yes, yes. Is this? No, this is class. Again, no. What? This, what? Is it? Isn't class. We need a definition. We need to define like what we want is one step. So if we say like go left, for instance, we want to define that as our own thing. It's not a list. We don't want a list. Is it a class? I thought a class was different though. Because I thought a class was more so it's not a variable either. It isn't. Hello there, Harry. I'm doing good, thank you. I make a Wienermobile? Probably not. Probably not. So yeah, class. Wait, that's not a class. That's just a list, isn't it? Oh, a class can store multiple lists, but that's not what we want. We want to define. Yeah, we want. What am I trying to work out, chat? We need someone that knows their Python here. Hold on. It is defining. It is. If I scroll down past this class nonsense, yeah. So, okay. Do we want to define a function? Probably not. That doesn't seem. But it's something. So if we were to define something, it's define. Wait, was there a little help thing here by any chance? No. Define. What did we say? Go.left. I don't know if that would be allowed, but by seeing as there's a bunch of other defined things like sensor.distance, I think go.left works. And then we define it, but that's what I'm stuck on. How do we define? Because for a variable, it would be like x equals a plus b. But we want to define a function that runs every time we call it. That's what we want. I suppose. All right, let's work off here. hub.imu.up brackets. Go left brackets. This is when it equals something. We don't want that. And because it is a function, like defining it, this is a function. This is a function, so we should have the dot. Am I being crazy? Is it that easy? It might be. It might be this easy. Every time we go left, what we need to do is define it in this. So wait, would we be able to type right in this? Is that how Pybricks works? So if we define go left, whatever. That's like the input in it. No, that wouldn't work. We'd have to put input in there, but we don't want input. Anyway, we don't want to shut down the system either. So if we define go left, which currently this is 180 degrees, isn't it? So go left would want 66. And if we run this, line 28, defining go left. Okay. Maybe the dot is throwing it off because Golft. We're going to switch it up to Golft. Let's see if that works. Oh, it's running. This shouldn't move. This R2 shouldn't move until we put. Okay, it does not like that. If we define go left and then just put go left. I don't know if the brackets are important. R2 didn't move to the defined function. But what if we... Oh, syntax error. Come on now. Syntax error. It didn't pick up. I suppose it isn't really an error, is it? It just calls itself again. Oh yeah, I forgot to turn left. Turn left. That's right. That's not left. Hold on. Hold on. That is... We need to change the name of this function. Great. Actually, turn left. Turn left would be... That would be a crazy Easter egg. There's a Doctor Who episode called Turn Left, where in it, one of the characters, it draws back on an earlier moment, and one of the characters, instead of turn left, is like this multiversal, but it's not. It's this little time loop that's created where one of the characters, Donna Noble, ends up turning right. It's a little what if that course corrects itself as the story goes on. So there's no paradoxes. Doctor Who does well without paradoxes. So what if turn left is actually turning right? That would be big brain. Creates. So this creates a function that turns not left, but turns right. And then you just call go left. Go left was easier to type, but at the same point, turn left isn't exactly an essay in itself. So we've defined our own variable. So 66 moves R2 about 90 degrees to the right. Yes. And every time we want to turn, we turn left. Although, what about this? Yes. Moves R2-D2. So if 66 is 90, this would be 66 is 90. And what's 90 over 66? It's about 1.36. So it moves R2 1.36x to the right. And then the x would be whacked in. So turn left x. We can go left 66, and this should do the exact same thing. So if I reset, if I push R2 back, actually, you'll be able to see the front of R2, which is the more appealing side. And then if we run this, R2 should turn right. We shall see. In the meantime, let me get up those community posts and take a little peek. Line 38. Oh, turn left, not go left, turn left. We got this. All right. So R2 should go forward for a little bit, turn right, ironically. Didn't even need any help there, did you, bud? Come on, turn right, 90 degrees, face my hand. Perfect, high five, smashed it. All right, R2 is, oh yeah, we can fix R2's outer leg, can't we? What we did was move this around so that the wheels could fit, and the wheels are no longer there. So let's make you look half decent. Make sure none of your other parts are falling off. Yeah, I suppose when you play with some of these buildable models, you don't realize how fragile they are. We will not be playing with our life-size Boba Fett, although we do want to move the arms at the very least. So this is perfect. This does exactly what we think. Turn left now moves R2 1.36x. So any number of degrees we want to then divide that by 1.36. So that's handy. Turn left is our new right. We need to remember this as well. So if we want to turn left, it's minus 66. We will come back to, yeah, this start bit. We will come back because what we did for Stevie, that was step base. For R2-D2, that's infinite. That is, you know, as far as, oh, that is to reset the value, or the value of M. Just so we know, and steps plus 1. So robot turn 90, and that's turning right, which means turn left 66. Every robot turn minus 90, turn forward again, we want turn left minus 66. And you're starting to see the pattern here. This should stop us having to change this. Going forward, turn left again. Again. Oh, I suppose we also don't really need this. Hold on, before we change all of this, let's also get rid of this. Let's duplicate it into a new tab. There we go. Let's try and copy this into a new file, and we'll call it, oh, free roam R2. Free roam R2. Yeah, we cannot have spaces. All right, we'll camel case it then. Have the capitals, separate the words. We want to copy all of this through. This is our Stevie 6 code. We want to run that here, but we want to then add our definition. Suppose we could have done it in test as well, but that's handy to have separate files just in case something goes awry. And now we're adding turn left X into all of the different turns. So this is going to be fun. Morning, Charlie. Welcome. Turn left. So to turn right, we want to turn left 66. Again, it's a little confusing. We got that reference in there though. And then to turn left, for anyone joining, we want to turn left with a negative value. It seems backwards. I promise it's not. It works exactly how we intend. But this works for R2. The reason the values are a little different. Okay, yeah, I wasn't seeing things. We have to switch that back. Is because of R2's wheels. They're a little smaller than Stevie's, so they work a little differently. We're not going to need all this though. So for Stevie, for X in range, got Stevie to repeat it 5 times. It was only a 5-step program. R2 needs to keep going, and we need to do a bit of math here, because with R2's got the sensor on the right foot. R2 can be posed a few different ways, preferably 90 degrees. We know that's not going to work. So R2 could be, you know, I mean, R2 could technically be here. If we try and keep it to 90 degrees, that should keep R2 front on. So maybe today we just have free roam R2 that locks onto 90 degrees, and anything that isn't 90 degrees is just a fault with the table I'm using that is a bit, you know, wobbly in the middle. So we'll keep it to 90 degrees today. We'll make this simple. We need to know how much space R2 can have before he needs to turn. And it seems to be about this value. So if we can get a read on that, we will try just the turn without the moving forward. Let's have a test 2 for today. And that will be, we don't want the straights, we just want robot turn. Actually, we just want robot turn 66, don't we? That is, oh no, I guess we do want this. We'll keep the weight as well. You can't see it. There you go. We want this. We want the reverse into a neutral standing position. We'll wait a little bit and then we'll turn to make sure R2 can clear it. But we also need to get a read. So if we have one for the distance sensor, and that will, oh, let's have a look. Where's the distance sensor? Whilst sensor color? No, we don't want the sensor color. We want sensor distance, display sensor distance, right? And we are going to have to take some of the top pieces. because I can't remember what ones we need for the sensor distance. Might not just be the color one. So to display, and we'll do this with test as well. It's good to keep all the imports there because we'll be pulling in throughout the entire time. So we don't know what we're going to have. We want to print it. Oh, there's something missing here. Print sensor distance. It's never that easy. Print sensor distance. Am I missing little? Yeah. Distance sensor.py. Name error in line 14. Print sensor distance. That is right. Print color. Oh, did I forget the little the brackets? No, I got the brackets. How far equals sensor distance? Hawa. Print Hawa. If this works, I'm not going to understand. Ooh. Totally got that in time. In line 14, oh, it's the sensor distance that it's not getting. Why is it not getting it? But it understands sensor distance in this. That's not something we... Sensor equals color distance sensor port. I forgot to copy this. Actually, we're going to need... Yeah, it's probably best if we have all of these as well. I forgot to link it to a port. That's what I forgot. There we go. Always something I forget. And now we should have a string edit. We should keep it going completely, but we only need one number. 50. So 50 is where we want R2 to have stopped. That gives us about a centimeter and a half, 2 centimeters. How far is that? Yeah, actually about a centimeter and a half. That was a good call. Centimeter and a half to stop before, so there's no crash with R2-D2. That's the magic number, 50, and that's how long we want R2 to go forward. But let's double check that R2 isn't going to crash when they spin around, and we don't want that. If R2 crashes, that could be a problem. Any of these boxes go off. Error in 22, robot turn. Not only do we have robot turn and it's robot turn X, sorry. What is robot turn X? 66 was right. Let's reset R2-D2. Get those wheels out in front. You're about there. All right. Now we've got it. Should come back. Spin to the right. Almost perfectly 90 degrees. Love to see that. So that's going to make this next portion really straightforward. It's a lot of writing, but it will work. So we know this works as long as R2's at least 50 away from the object. And right now, again, we're confining ourselves to a box, 90 degrees turns. We can complicate it next time. And it's going to be really hard to try and work that out because there's no way of knowing when R2's going to crash, I suppose. Although I will say, if R2-D2, this is for next week, but if R2-D2's leg catches, we've already seen, and I notice it when the robot vacuum goes around this room, right? I've got a desk, it's got legs, it's a standing desk. So a standing desk has legs like that. That's the bit that raises, and then there's a long leg going parallel with each other. I really wish there was something connecting the two. I'm always worried that one of the legs is going to give way, but the standing desk legs, so the robot vacuum mounts them. Yes, it goes on top. It cleans them, which is lovely. I'm worried about it though, but it always mounts them and you can tell it's a smart thing. I have to give it that. It isn't one of those cheap ones. It's a high-tech one, top of the line, and hundreds of quid, I'm sure. But it mounts the desk. And as it catches on one side, no matter which way it mounts, it always ends up going straight on because, like, if it mounts it at the side, the left wheel lifts up. So it straightens itself until both of them are like on the desk leg. That's what's going to happen with R2-D2 here. As the left leg catches, R2 is going to keep going forward, and as the left leg catches, if it catches, suddenly R2's right wheel is going further, and then suddenly it's going to be, oh, we're blocked. All right. The problem I have here, I was going to say is turning. Hold on. Are we measuring the wrong thing then? Again, this is for next week. But if R2's got a wheel out in front, R2's got a wheel out just like that, we should measure that distance, because the distance between that item and like a corner of the room here is the important one. The hardest thing is going to be I suppose if R2 keeps going, it's going to level out like that, pull back and go. So it should work, but we may run into a few issues with it. For now, I'm going to put these boxes down in case I forget when we start off R2, but these should be foolproof. I should also get the beanbag, shouldn't I? And put that just down here. We don't need one the other end. I can catch R2 this side and we can cut it before it goes off the back of the desk. But yeah, let's get to free roam R2 then. So, while standing, which is a good point for R2, less important, but yeah, that works. Wait in case you need to cancel and reset the value of M. We're not working in steps. We don't need to reset the value of M. I can break that down. Reset the step count is what that was doing. But we don't have a step count. We don't need to reset it. Therefore, we don't need to repeat it for as many steps. We want to go as long as we can. So not only whilst upright, but we want R2. We want R2 to keep going, and we've helped ourselves here because we've said whilst the sensor distance is bigger than the crash. Stevie 6 needed 70 to turn around. We have reason to believe R2-D2 can run on 50. Should we be safe and have 70 to start off with whilst we're testing, and then we'll drop it down to 50? Or should we go for it? I think we 70 it and then we swap it if this works. So whilst R2 isn't crashing, we don't want to wait. I suppose we could wait beforehand, couldn't we? Again, wait in case we need to cancel. It's a good rule of thumb. Whilst R2 isn't blocked, we just have R2 go straight. Is one going to move R2 straight? Again, what we can do is copy this, run over to test, and that's what this is here for. Oh, keep hitting equals. Whilst true, which works here, because it's just forever, basically. Whilst true is a funky one. While forever, walk straight. Should have R2 walk forward, although we could go one further and have the crash value, couldn't we? If we really wanted to be picky. So crash equals 50. Let's see how good R2 is at stopping. Whilst R2 isn't crashed, I tell you why. There we go. Robot straight 1. We know 100 is a decent step. That's almost 10 centimeters. One is a lot smaller, but 1 should be able to push forward, and this will go indefinitely. So it will be moving 1s, but a lot of 1s. A lot of 1s. No, you see R2 stuttering. R2 stuttering. We can't have R2 stuttering. What's the smallest step we have in this bit up top? Oh, 25 is the smallest step. Let's see what 10 looks like. I suppose we need 25 at least to knock it, but we'll see how consistent this is. Any second now. Does it help if I... No, okay, it's not enough to push it over the edge. Oh, we went with 10. There you go, 25. 25 might just do it. Hopefully. All right. I think it needs that bigger burst when it's going. Also, this is not smooth at all. All right. R2 didn't go straight on, so I needed to manually block that. I think we need to push 70. 70 must be a nice buffer if we use that for Stevie. We also need more than 25, but it's taking a while to loop back around. I thought by extending this, then it would be triggering again, but there's a little waiting period that we haven't registered in this. So naturally, there's a little wait between each of these functions. Okay, R2 stopped way too far. We'll try that with 60. See if R2 goes another step. Or if R2 pushes 2, which is also could happen. No, just 1. All right, that gives us enough margin for 2 steps. And also if R2's at more of an angle, that should help out. So. Well then, how are we going to get R2 to look like they're continuously moving unless, because while sensor distance is more than the crash site, or the crash zone, let's call it the crash zone. While sensor distance is more than a crash zone, how are we going to get R2 moving forward indefinitely? There isn't a robot straight forever, and even if there is, R2's only going to stop once that step is done. Is there a way we can... There isn't a way we can cut it, right? There should be a way we can cut it off, shouldn't there? There should be a way that... There should be a way that we can cut it off. Stop. Like, if we were to stop mid-function, is there any way that we could... Yeah. But the problem is we know how to end... We could probably end the function with a parallel function running. That sounds like it's overcomplicating it. But is there a way we can... Is there a way we can quit it mid-function? Huh. We don't want to do little steps. Little steps we've kind of done, and then R2 would, in our main line, turn and continue going forward then, and then turn again when blocked. But is there any way we can cut this short? There doesn't seem to be anything that I remember in my notes. While sensor distance, see, so that goes whilst sensor distance. We need like a as long as. Is there a as long as? No, as long as. Although there isn't as. No, there isn't. Abs assertion async assert. While sensor distance bigger than the crash, go straight. What if we have multiples of these? Is it just the... Oh yeah, what if it's just a while loop, taking time to loop? I wonder if 5 of these back to back will add up nicely. Plus we've gone with 50, not 25. So hopefully that's enough to shake them off. Nope. So they're not going smoothly, not as smooth as we'd like. We need something that can feed straight off of it without needing that second. It's that second hesitation that it has when it's going forward. It's like a little break on the inside, and we want to go back to back. Okay, hold on now. What about... Wait, I'm going to need to pull up a page on the return function. Because what if we had this running, and then if we had a return when? How does the return function work? If we could return... Oh no, return doesn't work the way that I think. Return... According to this, return is to return like... return input. Basically, that's what I'm reading. That's what I'm reading. We don't want to do that. Whilst whilst R2 hasn't crashed, step forward, but R2 doesn't step. R2 does step at the minute. So if we have R2 back here, we need to get the, what is it, this? We need this right at the start so that R2 can step forward. R2 can like relax. Yep, this goes from standing position into non-standing position. So this is as important as anything else. And this only happens once as well. Line 21, error, robot straight 150. Really? Oh, is it because of the indent? Yeah, it must be. That's more like it. And R2 should stop just short of these boxes. But how do we make this look smoother? I thought R2 was going to stop then. All right, R2 stopped even at an angle, 45 degrees there, and R2 stopped. That was beautiful. R2 would then turn around and continue. And that's the free roam aspect. So R2's basically walking where there's some open space and not being blocked. But how do we make you run smoother? Let's start plugging this into our free roam R2 lines of code. So definition to turn left is to reset, to move into position, to go straight. No, we don't want that. We don't want to go straight. Reset into, yeah, we want it to reset. So this is to start. This, start the code. Whilst, so yeah, blocks equals force, reset position before movement. Reset is just like if R2's out a little bit, it stands up R2 straight, so then they can get into the moving position. Wait 2 seconds, and then step forward, you know, keep going forward while sensor distance isn't crashed, robot straight, and we worked out 50 was decent, which isn't 10 centimeters. What was it before? 100? 200? What was it before? 100 is 10 centimeters, so 50 is about 5 centimeters. And then we don't have steps, so this line can go. Thank you. So wait, I suppose we don't need to wait here if we're waiting at the top, and we don't want to wait between walls. 50 blocked would be true afterwards. Wait, why have you, oh, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, why have you indented? Please don't say you've done that for everything, because that'll be really oh, you have done that for everything. But these we don't want in the while loop, so why would you have done that? There we go. That is annoying that we can't just, and I don't know if this is too important to get rid of all these indents as we're doing. It seems to be, because it's just wrong, and it's also confusing, but at least the last one didn't. And that's whilst it's standing up. All right. We do need to run, there was one of these side pieces about having multiple things on at once. Was it this? Port, no, this is color distance sensor. This is motors, which we'll get into in a minute. And this, what is this? General purpose tools. Oh, wait, is this? No, this isn't what we want. This isn't it at all, is it? We want, we want to find out, what was it called now? Multitask. That's the one. Await multitask coroutine 1, coroutine 2 runs multiple coroutines concurrently. This creates a new coroutine that can be used like any other, including in another multitask statement. Run task runs a coroutine from start to finish while blocking the rest of the program. This is used primarily to run the main coroutine of a program. Calls to this function are not allowed to be nested. So this runs multiple things at once, which is what we kind of want. But that also sounds like it's going to complicate. Like if we have to put everything in a coroutine, that's going to be all right. Multitask. Where have we got run task main, which is, oh look, there you go, async defined. Async. They don't explain what the async, like, should I recognize that? I've never used that, have I, in Python? I'm gonna search that one. It declares a function as a coroutine, allowing use of await inside it. Oh yeah, what does await do? All right, async, yeah, that's coroutine. Await is a keyword that pauses the execution of a task until the result of another task or operation is ready. So main, await drive base straight, blah, 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 blah. And then multitask of drive base turn and move gripper. I assume this isn't at the same time. No, that's got to be at the same time. Oh, I tell you what, it's because it's a coroutine. It says await, so does it wait for this and then waits for that? But then surely that's just like pressing this, then this, then this. I've got to see if they run at the same time. But if so, the multitask, like to get a multitask, the thing is, once that's over, that's over. Right? That's how it works. Once it's over, it's over. Although we can multitask multiple things. So if we want something to run, like for instance, the cancel if that is true, we need to run these as multitasks. We need to I think we've got to have this. So async, which levels it as a coroutine, define full. Okay. And full is while, oh yeah, we can make this work easy. While do equals nothing. I used to use so much of that in my coursework, especially degree level. Actually, all the way from GCSE to degree level, do equals nothing is your best friend. Do always equals nothing. Do is always doing nothing, and we want to get this out of the open. We can keep that. We can keep that. That looks good. And then what we want to do is, so whilst it's good, do equals nothing, but as soon as that is broken, instant shutdown. That's cool. And then what we want to do here is another async, and we'll define this one, instead of full, move. We'll define this one move. I think this is how it would work. And we want to put this into move as well. Oh, almost forgot our colon there, because that will be the first steps of move. While sensor equals crash. Hold on, we do want this to repeat again though, don't we? We shouldn't have got rid of those indents. So you go straight while true. Just loop forever, honestly. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Okay, what is up? Oh, what? I was gonna say, because I thought, oh yeah, so if it crashes, it's blocked. I thought that this was only doing it whilst it was in the middle. Like if I indent there, it's not going to indent fully. It goes to the next line. But then I delete it and it gets rid of the whole chunk of indent. I remember how annoying, how frustrating Python can be with little things like that. And especially if one of these isn't the exact right place that, like, wait a second. You don't even need to have any of this, do you? So that if, let's run through it. So this is for move, this is for full. What we then want to do at the end, now that we've got these running, is to multitask them. We just saw you've got async, move gripper, async main. We want to run task main or multitask. Do we have to run multitask blank, or is that? And we also need to import this, which we might be able just to drag and drop. Yeah, you know what? We'll move. No, we can't. Never mind. Multitask. We want, what do we call it? Full and move. That was it. That worked. Full and move. No capitals. No, move, full, full and move. And then at the top, we do need to copy over our multitask imports. That way, oh wait, we've already got them. Look at that, already prepared. We knew we were going to need those. So we've imported all the functions we need so far. Hopefully this works. We've got all of the motors set up, so it knows what's connected to each. R2-D2 is not falling asleep, actually. R2-D2 is doing pretty well, but we should probably turn this off for the time being, just so we're not wasting any batteries. We could probably relax R2 so that he's not feeling as stressed. There you go. We'll get on to moving the head as well. Try and get that done today. We've defined turning left. We've defined turning left. It's not a function we want to run alongside anything else. So we've defined turning left. How does R2 actually move? Front wheel only. Yes, the middle wheel is doing all the moving, which has actually helped us out balance-wise, because if we add wheels to the back legs can give. That's a good point, because the way that the Lego R2 was built, the legs don't just go back. Oh, they don't just go back. Sorry, they can't give out backwards. They can give out forwards. When R2 comes back in with the wheels, they were falling forwards, and the axles in here are only so strong. I think we use a 8 length. No, that's an odd number. So it must be a 9 length axle or a 7 length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's a 9 length axle, so it bends too much. And yeah, R2's wheels are on the smart brick. We don't have wheels on the back legs, so everything is front wheel drive, which is why R2 then resets so that he can spin, and then comes back out again, resets so that he can spin, so that the wheels are underneath the center. And to stop the legs from catching, we've just used 4 buttons. We tried 2. 2 wasn't enough, actually. 2 didn't hold enough weight from the wheels. That's what we were determining last time, and that was fun working that out. Interesting how it worked. A metal axle in the future, definitely. A metal axle would also go the whole way through, because right now there is an axle connector just between those red bits. It looks like a black axle connector, and that holds the both of them. That also long term could give up. We are talking about a load of rotations here, which Lego isn't meant to do. And cool, yeah, love that. Yeah, metal axle Lego needs to invest in. If you haven't seen the AV7 cannon that we built, that was a very popular shot. Let me just say that. Yeah, the cannon. The longer I left it, the more it was just like and it was drooping at the end where the axles were just bending. Thankfully, no axles harmed, but if we didn't catch that sooner rather than later, that could have been bad. It could have been. Axles are not built to bear weight, not like Lego bricks are. Even Lego bricks have their limits. So that's how we've worked the wheels for it. We've got the full, if R2 is standing up, do nothing, otherwise shut the system down. I'm hoping that works. And then we've got R2 going straight, bumping in, turning left, turning right, dodging, weaving. It is awesome. I'm loving this so much. I've already lined up as well. Just R2's got like a month left of them. We will definitely be going at least 2-3 weeks. When R2 is done, I have lined up another project. afterwards for boost. And I think we got boost projects forever, you know. As long as Lego come out with Star Wars sets, we will be adding that boost brick to Star Wars sets. Thinking about doing it to the new AT-AT as well. So I'll leave that there. No solid plans yet, but that would be cool. R2 is resetting before going into moving position. This is right at the start. And then looping. So this is just the intro. R2 as they are right now will go forward into a moving position, keep going for as long as they can, as long as the battery allows. And while sensor distance is bigger than crash, our crash zone is 70. Our crash zone is 70, which works so far. R2 will take steps forward. I do want to smooth that out. We'll keep looking at that. That also needs to come back one. If the crash, so that's going to loop. We are stuck in a loop. If R2 finds an open road and starts traveling down Route 66, which would be funny because we're not in America, we're in the UK. So how R2 has gone that far, who knows? But it'll be one of those shorts where R2 manages to board a plane, take so long to get to the other door, then leave it and be like directed through, keep going up the open road. That's R2's dream. It will keep going. As soon as that 70 is compromised, there's something in the way, blocked. R2 is blocked. So R2 turns right, which is turn left 66. And if the sensor distance is still blocked, no, I've said that wrong, haven't I? We actually don't need this. This doesn't make sense. Oh, this was for the path, wasn't it? That's why we set this up. Because R2 is free roam, what we want to do is if R2 after turning left isn't blocked, then it loops. Then it goes back up here, while true, it continues to go straight. R2-D2 continues to go straight. So what we're actually looking for is if the sensor distance isn't greater than or equal to, but in fact less than or equal to, we want R2 to turn right again and then test it. Is it blocked? And then if not, turn right again. And if not, yes. So I guess what we could do is rather than an if loop, because again, the first issue we made was we had like 5 if loops that say the exact same thing. That's what a while loop is for. While sensor distance is less than or equal to crash, because we can't have a not greater than or equal to, that's just less than crash. If still blocked, turn left. While sensor distance, are we just repeating this? While sensor distance is greater than crash, because then if not, it would just loop again. We're just repeating the same thing. While sensor distance is less than crash, turn left. Well, that's exactly what this 4 lines of code is doing. Ooh. Now, there was a way to do it and limit it. I think the problem with, the problem with this was the fact we were limiting it. We need a grid. So we don't need any of this. Oh, that amount of code to just delete it. I know we're being efficient here. If blocked, turn left. Again, that's what this is saying. If not blocked, go straight. We don't need to do this path. And if cornered, turn back. We don't need that. For as many steps, again, we're not doing steps. So all of this is not needed. And then robot turn, hub, light, blink. What we could do, rather than blocked, what if we got the light on R2's leg to flash a different color? R2 usually has R2 usually has a pink light, do they? So that's going to be harder to see. Do we have a pink? Color magenta, color green. Oh yeah, because we're doing color 1, color 2, aren't we? Color counter 500, 500. And it just color 1. Or is counter, do we have a counter? It's true or false, isn't it? So rather than having just a blocked false or blocked true, what we could do is, because false and true are just numbers. Am I right in thinking that false and true are just numbers? 1, 0, 1's 1. So we could do false and true and +1. It would need a 1 and a 2. So we could do color false, color true. So it's kind of, it is Boolean, so there's only the false and the true, and they are like binary values, but they're not integers. They don't work as integers. So blocked, 1 has got to be true. Is there a way we can do this? What I'm trying to look at is, so while standing, yes, we go, I think we set the color right here to, and how did we set the color? Hub light blink color counter blankety blank, and that switched colors, didn't it? Somehow that switched colors. We want color 1. Oh, we don't want square brackets. We want color 1, and that's the intensity, the brightness, that sort of thing. Color 1 is magenta, isn't quite pink, and we also want red is totally a color. I remember. Did we have a pink? No, color magenta. So color 1 is magenta, color 2 is red. So we want, now though, does this work the way that we think? We don't want R2 to be moving at all, so let's blank this out. Crash wasn't as important. And also, if we block this, no, it doesn't block that. Okay, because that's just another line of code. So let's turn on R2. Once we've got the colors working, I think our code is ready to go. I do. So green, blue, red, we want to switch that to magenta, right? Color 1. No. Color 1 works because we've got magenta up here. And does that switch the color? It's blue at the minute. It's still blue, line 33. Hub light blink. Color 1. Color. I don't understand where color counter comes from. I don't remember seeing a counter. Oh, 3 of 3. Counter equals in 0. Counterclockwise. Color equals in 0. So it just blinked the same color. Did we not change? Did we forget to change the color? Color 0 then, I guess. Line 37. Oh, did we change the wrong one? Color. Yeah, let's undo that. We wanted to change this one, square brackets. Maybe that is the problem because we're calling on a list. We're not calling on, yes, we're calling on a list. Square brackets so that we can do that. That's not this one. There was no error, was there? No error, but it went blue. What happens if we change that to 1? I don't get where the integer's going. I still don't understand this counter stuff. I don't remember adding that. We want to change hub light blink. Let's go to, we don't want to measure color. We want to change the color. Color is color. Yeah, let's go down to the examples. I don't understand half of these words, which is the problem. I think I like seeing the code. So much of this is nonsense, and they've used the puzzle pieces that don't actually relate to some of the conversation as well. See, color equals sensor.color, which reads the color. We don't want that. Print the measured color. We don't want that. We want to, we don't even want to read the color. We just want to print the color, which move the sensor around and see how well you can detect colors. Waiting for a color. There you go. Sensor.color. Sensor.color. Well, sensor.color, and then that will have red. That will have color.red, sensor.color bracket color.red. But we've got counter. We've got hub light blink, which was it was one of the sensor light on. Blink must be the flash. Must be. Sensor detectable. Yes, hub light blink isn't on here, which is interesting. There must be another one. But that's to get it to blink. Let's try that with color dot. Color dot red. Let's go red because red is fun. Color. We've also spelt color wrong, but we had that up here. Left, right, yeah, we've got all those. Cool. Counter. Counter is 0. Is this counted? Is this counted as 0? Then a magenta. If we did 0, because to me that doesn't look like it's doing magenta, green, unless blue is color 0, because it flickers. It flickers, but it stays blue. Let's see if we can switch the color, because that's what we're calling on. Color magenta, color green, and we don't even need that. If so, what color have we got it? Red. No, it doesn't. So it doesn't, unless it blinks so quickly. We need to turn it into that color. We can't have the flashing anymore. We just need to color, no, light on or something. It wasn't sensor color. It was sensor light on. Sensor color reads the color. So we could have a ton of these and get them to blend in. Imagine a ton of these, or the same technology on like plates, on tiles, the same technology on tiles, and you could have, oh, we need to invest in this for the land speeder. Imagine, all right, humor me for a second, sensor light on, something like that, we'll remember that. Imagine that land speeder we want to create with tiles up the side, 6x6 tiles, all with LED panels that can light up different colors and sensors on the back end that can scan for the color of the environment. The panels can then go that color. That's awesome. If we need them to like angle down a little bit, I guess, so they're angled at the color of the floor. Maybe you could build them into the base of the sand crawler, and whichever color the floor is, that's the color of the tiles, and we can cover wheels, basically mirror them. Actually, a mirror would be so much easier, but think of the combinations with them. So we want, I think it was sensor, yep, light on, color red, yeah, so turns the light on at the specified color, which is color red. I don't think we need to specify the intensity or any of that. I think by default that will be bright. I think they'll probably max it out by default as well, because that seems to be the case for everything. But there is an error in line 33. All right, sensor.light on. Let's double check. Color distance sensor port D, and that is sensor. We haven't defined light, which, again, we don't know what color distance sensor imports. We need a list. That's what we need. We need to be able to get a list of all of the functions. And this is it. This is everything they give us on the color distance sensor. So I don't know how we worked out the counter in that last time. We know sensor color. We know, oh, we've done. What other functions do we have? Sensor color, sensor. What about sensor on rather than sensor light on? They've got sensor at sensor port, port A even, not sensor port A, sensor distance, sensor light on, color red. Blink the light red, blue 5 times. But it doesn't. Sensor light on. Ooh, wait a second. We didn't do that on R2. We didn't have a capital C because we were, and I tell you what, we're also not doing, misspelling color. We didn't have a capital C. We didn't misspell color. Although lowercase should work then. Lowercase should work. And R2's light has gone red. That is menacing. That is menacing. Crikey, that is scary. All right, so we need to misspell color and have it as red. But if this works, why doesn't this work? And that should turn it magenta. Because we are calling on, oh, square brackets again. Yeah, there is an error. I forgot my square brackets. No, square brackets around one, not both of them, and no capital in color. So that's the first item in the list, color.magenta. So that should be magenta. Can I clear just so we know if there's an error or not? It's red at the minute. It's green. Oh, first item is 0, then it's 1. Wait, is magenta just blue? Has it been working this whole time and we've just thought it was blue? Let's see. No, it's red. Color magenta. If this works on 2, they're preset and they're ignoring, but color is my function, so they shouldn't be ignoring. No, it's red. Why are you red? So you work, 1 is green, which is the second item in the list. That works. Now, if I was to type in 0, which is color.magenta, unless magenta's been erased, that should work. Or I've spelt magenta wrong. All right, we need a list of the colors. Spelling needs to be the same. Yeah, pretty sure color and color are not being counted as the same. Spot on. Spot on. So we've got CO. Yeah, look, when we click it. Oh, that one good. When we click it, it lights up. So color is our custom one. This is the list that we've got. And that's this list of magenta, green. Now magenta is turning red. It was turning blue. There's an inconsistency. It doesn't understand magenta. It panics and reverts to not green. But green works fine. We just need to see magenta. There we go. Green, magenta, brown, red. Magenta isn't showing. M-A-G-E-N-T-A. M-A-G-E-N-T-A. Oh. Oh. What if we flip them? What if we flip them? Sometimes this does fix it. It could just be positioning. It could not like the 0. And then we run 1 again. So this should be magenta this time. And if this works, this is a problem. Yeah, we can't really go about it. It's a problem with color 0. All right, it hasn't worked. This is good because it means we can fix it. This is good. If it had worked, we'd kind of be screwed, if I'm being honest. Yeah, green works. Green works. It doesn't like magenta. Do we have a list of colors? Or we did have a list of colors. Oh, where was the list of colors? Here we go. Red, yellow, green, blue, white, none. But there were more. There were more colors. We've seen brown. We've seen magenta. We've seen... Unless magenta... Yeah, color magenta equals... Use your measurements to override the default colors. We need to define magenta. So you can have any color. We didn't define magenta. Was it not working? No, we didn't. We never defined magenta. Just gonna sneak that in there. We got it. Yes. We can celebrate. All right. Awesome. Let's go. We're just gonna whack this. Yeah, you know what? Let's get it in all of them just in case we start testing who knows what. We need to define magenta. Now it's gonna work. Yeah, now it's gonna work. We've actually flipped them as well. But this is gonna be magenta, our own custom color. 3, 2, 1. I think we killed it. Index error. Okay, this isn't this one, right? This isn't this one, right? Color.magenta is color blankety blank. It's gone off. There is no light here whatsoever. It's it's died. What? Put your colors in a list or tuple. Also, it just used rounded brackets. I think I, out of habit, use square. Because that shouldn't be affecting it. Color.magenta equals color, yes. I'm going to switch them to square if this doesn't change it. But Python works in weird ways. Let's say that. Please come back. R2-D2, you are our only hope. Save us. Type error. What's a type error? What is a Python type error? Built-in exception that occurs when an operation or function is applied to an object of inappropriate type. For example, trying to add a string to an integer. That's why we had square brackets, because variables. These are variables. We don't. So we want variables, but we're not calling the variables. That's why we needed. Oh, because we're doing custom colors. That's why we needed this spill at the end. We needed to add that because it's a custom color. And it doesn't, it's a custom color. There's no preset for it. There's no by default 500, 500. No, okay, back to the drawing board with that one. It says the same, type error for color magenta. What if we go direct? What if color magenta isn't even color magenta? It's straight up that color. Hello there, Babalas. Sorry for YouTube translating your name. No, didn't like that one either. All right, magenta isn't pink anyway, but it would be cool if we could get the magenta. So port color, we've got all of those. We've got the color. They've then put them in a list. Maybe we need to define green as well so that they're on level playing fields. We've got the colors, yes, although they don't have a list of variables, they just have a list of names. What's up with that? Sensor detectable colors. Oh, what? We didn't do any of this. I thought it was working for us. I'm beginning to think it wasn't working at all, chat. I think we got real lucky with it. We don't even want green, do we? We want red and magenta. But red already exists. And yeah, so it knows what red is. It can detect that. This should work. I should read the entire line of code there. Translation is frustrating, isn't it? It didn't work. Why? Let's double check that red will work, because we know red is a color that they already have. Okay, red is no longer working. That might be because we need to define red as well. Oh, how do you spell color? No, capital C, no U. All right, these should turn red. Is error? Error. Oh, is it this? Is it this? Are you still talking about it? We're over that now. Come on. We just want to see red. Show us red, please. Please show us red. All right, we've got red. We've got blue. We can make it red. We can make it work with red and blue. I don't know why the custom colors aren't working, especially if we save them. Yeah, blue and red are iconic colors, aren't they? So color.magenta equals color, and we've got the facts of the color. And then we save color spelled, you know, the way I would. Color red, color magenta, sensor detectable colors. Didn't change the name of that. Okay. And this is going to save the colors to the sensor. So the sensor loads this as detectable colors. Only red and I just want to see magenta at this point. I do want to see magenta. Color dot magenta. Let's see it. It saves us having to reference anything as well. Although that could be handy if we want to have R2 switch up the color. And no. Why don't you like magenta? It worked with green. That was another preloaded color, I believe. What do you have against... It wasn't the space, was it? That space... We haven't always had that space. I also can't tell if it's working or not down the bottom. I don't know if we need semicolons after this, but I'm going to give everyone a semicolon because now we've got to make this work. Magenta's being set as a custom color. It's added to a list of colors. That list of colors is then given to the sensor. So it should be able to output said color. And the sensor's saying no. How rude. Well, then what we can do is get rid of all this unnecessary code. And we just want when, oh, that's the definition. Okay, that's to turn left. Turn left means it's blocked. So every time it's blocked, it's going to turn left. And every time it turns left, wait, what are we doing over here? Hawa, not how far, hawa. We want the sensor light to be red. Every time it's blocked, we want the sensor light to turn red, and then we want it to turn blue once it thinks it's not blocked. If it's blocked again, it will go red, and then it will, you know, it will go as it wants. Yeah, blocked, stands up straight, goes, and actually we need this, where is it? We need R2 to go back into this position. Yeah, we don't want that. Oh, we do want it to be blue though. To go blue and then to, you know, reset and go forward. Red is bad, blue is good. That is my reasoning behind this. To show the, you know, to show the blocking as well. Blue to go. And then we'll have R2 set up blue straight away. I think this works. I think this works. This looks so simple though, compared to our first one, which is so many lines of code. Free roam R2 is a few puzzle pieces. I mean, that is the bulk of it. Turning left is a bit more complicated. But I think we're ready for our first test. Let's see what goes wrong and what we'll have to, not goes wrong, but what doesn't go the way we plan, because there's always something, isn't there? So this is the code that we're going to run with. I'm going to run this once, and then if this works straight away, we're going to stop it and we're going to get the full screen of it. Line 48, syntax error. What? Robot straight 150. Syntax error? Syntax error? A syntax error is not what I would call a syntax is like this sort of thing, and it was the colons. So a syntax error interpreter is when the interpreter encounters code that the interpreter does not understand. So it read that and was like, yeah, that's cool. And then it read that and was like, wait, whoa, 150? What's 150? Are you sure? Line 40, that's more like it. Async define full. Well, you got multitask and run task. You don't understand async? Really? Yeah, that's... Async is just a base... Oh, it's the colon, isn't it? It's the colon for full. No, we've got the colon. Async define full. Async, async, async define blank. So what's the syntax wrong? We should have brackets on this one. Oh, it's the brackets. I look down here and I'm like comparing them. I'm like, oh wait, the brackets are missing. Yeah, it's the brackets. All right, line 52. Line 52. Are you sure line 52? Or is it line 51? Come on now, you're getting sloppy with line 58. Multitask. Oh, there's an extra bracket here. Cheeky, cheeky. All right, I'm just going to check this over before we go again. So we've got the imports. I think that's right. Also, can't we slim this down as well? And just had, so these are both from tools. Actually, weight is already imported up here as well. Oh, this is sloppy. We aren't trying to be the neatest. My coding is very sloppy, but come on, look at that. Port is already up here as well. Nope. Parameters is already up here as well. We need to add port. We've got pup devices, which is motor already installed. Color distance sensor already imported. And then these are all good. All right. Wow, that's so much neater. Wow. Hub is move hub. Left is motor. Yes. Right is clockwise. So, do we need left and right? Port A, port B. Oh, so left and right only move one wheel. Wait, instead of moving one forward, we could move them backwards consistently. We could move right wheel backwards, and instead of right wheel forwards, we move left wheel backwards. Oh. Okay, there is one thing I want to do to this, to turn left. If we have X, comma, Y, we have straight though. We have robot turn, which robot turn what? Turn left, turn right? Robot drive base, left, right. So I think the way they set it up is that turning left moves the right one, turning right moves the left one. And that's actually, these numbers we could adjust. We could adjust these numbers for R2 and for the circumference of the wheel and such. We could definitely work that out. That would be a bit overcomplicating it, I feel. But what we could do is also have them reverse so that R2 isn't then turning into anything. R2's always reversing because we know behind us is clear. We know that's good unless R2 ends. I could see that failing because R2 has to like stand up. If R2 then has if R2 standing up and is reversing, yeah, R2 could hit something which would then turn R2 further towards. Oh, so turning the wheel forward turns you towards, but then you back up and you can turn away. Whereas turning backwards turns you towards, and then you're going to reverse, turn backwards again, and then you're towards, and then turn backwards, and then, yeah, that locks you in a loop. So that's all right. Sensor, color distance sensor, port D. That's where we've got it connected. Can I throw a little motor in there? Have we not done that yet? Okay, we haven't done that yet. But motor equals, because we have imported motor. What's the motor called? Because we're going to need this for next time. So to import, let's just take a look at the first example. What is the one? Oh, there we go. Motor. That's a problem. I guess it's a capital M. there is a lowercase motor. Why don't we call it neck? R2's neck is the motor in port, I think C. I think port C is the motor. Port D is the color distance sensor. Port C is the motor. We're not using that today, but that's good to have for next time. We've defined turn left, turn in the light red. Red is bad. Red is bad. Red is blocked. Red is not a bloke. Red is blocked. We want... Oh, we haven't even imported this across. Reset position after spin, move into a new position, wait, straight. Wait, I think we have. Robot straight. We don't want to go straight. So if R2 is blocked, we want R2 to go into rest position or spin position. Wait. To turn whichever is set up here, then go blue. R2's free. And then make sure the wheel's locked in so it can come out and then start going. If R2's blocked again, then it will loop back and it will come back around. But for now, that seems good. With the motor, what we're going to do with that is add the head spin. I don't think we've got time today, but we'll add a head spin into this so R2 can move head, turn, move head back. And it would be amazing if we could have, if this function works, if this, not the define, if the multitask works, we'll add a multitask variable into this. And then, yeah, straight on till morning. Hello there, starts it up. That tells us that the whole thing is working. And you've seen May the Bricks be with you. That is to finish it. That tells us that the whole program has gone through and nothing has failed. Now, whilst R2, let's skip. We've got blocked equals false. Again, we've got the lights to tell us if blocked is true or false, and we'll use those 1-0 digits. Although they're not 1-0, they're red, they're blue. But we can convert them into 1-0 digits if need be. We'd just have a variable and then we'd have it call on that just as a one-off every time it's blocked. But the multitask here, we're running full and move at the same time. Full is constantly running. So whilst R2, this is the gyro on the inside of R2. Side back is when R2 standing up straight. Whilst R2 is in this position, do equals nothing. Do should always equal nothing. If this was to break at any point, the whole system shuts down. The whole system shuts down, just like Rogue One. We could explain that while R2 upright. Oh, that is literally to do nothing. And then if broken, system shuts down. That's our failsafe. And this is to run alongside. It's what did the multitask thing call it? It's a coroutine. That's the word. Coroutine failsafe. I like the word failsafe. That's a fun word. This is also a moving coroutine, I guess. Coroutine for movement. And if at any point this coroutine fails, the system shuts down. It doesn't matter if it's in the middle of a step or what's going on. It just completely shuts down. Just came back from a trip and feel exhausted. I hope you enjoyed your trip. Sounded like you had a lot of fun. But yes, after every holiday, you need a lion. If you can afford a lion in the morning, treat yourself to one. The sensor light goes blue. Blue is for go. And actually, before we go, we reset. We want to make sure that R2's wheels are firmly on the ground so that R2 can keep moving. And that's what the next step is. Go straight 150, shouldn't be blocked. We're not going to start R2 against a wall. That is trying to strike some terror into R2. Then we wait. We have a pause. This gives us, 2 seconds to think. And as long as R2 isn't blocked, whilst true, whilst true is a forever loop, so R2 will go until we say stop. Maybe we could have like a little timer in here as well, so that R2 only runs for, you know, a couple minutes. R2's battery is a bit short. That's something else to add. Let me add this. A little note for next time. Add timer, and we should also add turn head. I'm going to add a question mark so I can search for a question mark. I don't think we use those in Python much. Whilst the sensor distance is bigger than the crash, whilst the crash, while crash zone is empty, R2 will go straight. Walk forward 5 centimeters. Can we get rid of this on the side? Perfect. R2 is going to move forward in steps of 50. It's a little annoying. It's a little not as smooth as we'd like. We'll fix that up as well. Otherwise, R2 is blocked. Now, we've set R2 to turn left. It is... Oh, wait. Yes, it is that simple. Turn left calls on this program. I thought turn left was just to... And it's to turn right, technically. I thought turn left was just a variable. Nope, it is not. Robot turn is the variable, and this color we don't need. So this should work. This should work. And our whole forward then left is kind of that. In fact, it's kind of this. It loops forever with the while true. And this should multitask. Fingers crossed. Come on, fingers crossed. Let's get this working. Please, R2, give us some good news. And if you go straight off the end, we've got the beanbag to catch you. Although the beanbag's really there for the Funko boxes. All right, the failsafe I don't think applied because May the Bricks Be With You popped up. Now, do we need a wait? Do we need it to wait? Let's do a little bit of reading here, because wait, not wait. Wait pauses. We know what wait does. We want a wait. What does a wait? Ooh, stopwatch. Measure time intervals similar to the stopwatch feature on your phone. Stopwatch. When stopwatch. Measure time intervals. Do we have to start the stopwatch? That gets the time on the stopwatch. That pauses the stopwatch, resumes the stopwatch, resets the stopwatch. Is the stopwatch gone? Does the stopwatch just start? Or does this start the stopwatch? Oh, stopwatch could be handy. Then we could have R2 run for 5 minutes. Yes, I love that. And then that stops R2 running away. What are we looking for? We're looking for a wait. What does a wait do? A wait pauses the user program for a specified amount of time. Why a wait? Why a wait? Because we don't need a wait for anything else. Is it a coroutine thing? Is it something that... A wait keyword is used to pause the execution of a task until the result of another task or operation is ready. Pause the execution of a task until the result of another task or operation is ready. What does that mean? Pause it until, like, are we syncing? Are we syncing these, or... All right. Yes. So a wait. What does a wait do? Oh, okay. I found an article. On Stack Overflow, very handy for Python. Someone's given examples. This is what I want. I want examples. I don't want the answer. I don't want an essay. This is regular Python. So there's no away. This is to import time, print the time, which is Wait, hold on. Dash time. Task A. Task A, computing 1 point. Oh, wait, to sleep. Definition sleep is to print time and then time.sleep 1. We've also got sum of name and numbers. A number in numbers. Oh, for how many numbers? Yes. Print task name and then computing, which is this task A. How's it get the name? How's it know? Oh, name. Okay, A, yes. Computing total plus number. Total is 0. This is number 1. So far, total is 1. This is number 2. Okay, I think I'm getting that. Total plus equals number. Oh, so that's 1 plus 1. So next time will be, if that's 1, well, if 1 is entered, it will be 3 for A, which is what we're seeing with B. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3, and then it will be 6 plus whatever the number is. The number is input, right? So it'll be 6, probably 4, I would assume. And prints the time. Okay, yeah, that works. Start equals time.time. So that starts the time, that starts the clock, and then task sum A, 1 and 2. So that goes A is the name, 1 is the number, that prints, where's sleep? Oh, there you go. So that prints, oh, sleep is the time. That prints task A, computing 0 plus 1, and then sleep prints the time, which is, you know, the how long, I guess, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess it's a task a second. Now, await's done wrong. This is what not to do. This is what not to do. They've imported asyncio, async IO. We haven't imported async IO. Huh. Well, I will. Oh, same as 2 except for sleep. Okay, anyway. So this is the same as before. It loops. Oh, maybe async IO is not what we need. This is a loop. Async slash, oh wait, okay. Async. We want to loop the new event, but that just does what it did before. So there's no difference, right? There's no difference to before. It's the exact same. But when it's used right, so it awaits for that and then runs, we get different times. Case 1 and 2 get the same 5 seconds, whereas case 3 is just 3. Oh, await does it at the same time. Task A and B are done at the same time. So it awaits for that answer and doesn't give that second. It goes straight into it. Sleep 1. And then same. And then it waits a second whilst it loops and does the next. So await doesn't. We don't want await then, because what await will do, wasn't expecting a mathematics lesson here. Oh yes. Oh yes, what's with the mathematics lesson? So we're trying to work out the await feature, which we don't need the await feature. We just want it to run regularly. We are coding R2-D2. Who is behind? This is our free roam R2-D2 on our desk. And for some reason, these aren't syncing. What we can do is ignore the coroutines. So we don't want the multitask. We can run our basic task, see if this works, and work on coroutines next time. But yes, the wait would imply it does it. It waits for the response. Oh, wait. Wait, while true and whilst not crashed, await, not wait, await. We want this to await because as soon as it's done, it's doing it again. And it keeps going. I think this is forever. Let's give this a line 38. Is this the await? Unexpected indent. Are you going to make me unindent? Can I just like hash out? No, I have to get rid of the indent. Really? Really? I have to get rid of that indent? Actually, do I? Do I have to get rid of that indent? Or do I have to get rid of async? Because we can still define this. We can still define this. We can still have move, run. We can still define it. We just have to get rid of async. And R2 should go forward, get blocked, turn, go forward, get blocked, turn. And if R2 doesn't stutter, we have won. R2 blinked. What? Why did R2 blink? All right, move is defined by sensor light turning blue. Check. Sensor light is blue. Robot straight, wait. Where is this? Where is this when R2 moves? R2 is giving up. What? What? Why is R2 giving up? Dude, that is... You okay back there, bud? Why is R2 giving up at the first sign of anything? That is confusing. Because we're calling a... Oh. You know what we didn't do? We didn't... Because we've defined it, we can't just put it there. Because it reads it and goes, yep, checks out. We need run task. We need it to run the task. We don't need it to read it. That's cool. We know it works. We want it to run. Line 50, invalid syntax. I don't know the syntax for it. Run task. I think it's a semicolon. No? Are you a colon? Why would you be a colon? Why would you be a colon? So the semicolon's optional and just separate statements, but the colon is a required syntax used to introduce code blocks like loops, functions, and conditional statements. Conditional statements. Okay, the reason we need a colon here is because we're using run task. It's just like if we use define, while. Because we're getting it to do something, it's pulling from one of those features. It needs to be told, run task move now. That's what the colon is now. This is more so, and then. So you could say, move the robot straight -25, move the robot straight 150, but just so it's easier to recognize that they're two separate things, you say, and then. That's how I understand it. It's still saying it's not right. We've got that down, unless run task has some capitals that I'm missing out. No, it's definitely lowercase. Run task equals run task underscore run task move bracket colon. I don't see anything wrong with that. That seems to be good. Run task, move, bracket. Don't forget Fortnite. Yes, I should be booting that up, shouldn't I? As we sort this out. We will get R2 to run. We will get R2 to run. But what is R2 doing? What is R2 doing? Run task, yeah, I think, oh no, we haven't used run task. I said about run though. I did say about just using run. Is runner return? No, not return. Oh, wait, hold on. Would the colon be the other side? That is crazy that... That is crazy if this works. No, it instantly gets rid of it. All right, there is one more thing we can do, and that is to completely hash that entire line and do as it says and just move this into the regular stand-ins. why it's not running that. Oh, that's going to bug me. Line 45, await outside. Oh, yeah, good point. We don't have that sync function now, do we? So await doesn't work. All right, one more go whilst we boot up Fortnite. Let's see. Go, buddy, go, buddy. Oh, wow, you stopped. 46, name error. 46, turn left. 66, define turn left X. We've defined turn left, and we know that works because we use that in the other tab. Turn left. For some reason, it's not letting us define things. We did define it, didn't we? Yeah, define turn left, and then we did turn left 66. And this worked. Oh, hold on, that didn't work. This worked. And that's what we've got here. Turn left. Yeah, it just turns R2. So why doesn't turn left work here? And why is it saying name error? Turn left, turn left. It's not go left, it's not be left, it's turn left. You work right, buddy. This is the same function, by the way, that we've got up on screen. Exact same function. If this works, I will be surprised. It works. I think you're going to run into the... Okay, you don't go forever. It works. Creates a function that turns, and that's just defined turn left with a colon. That should work. So why doesn't it? We've defined turn left, and it's like, wait, what do you mean? Why doesn't it remember turn left? In line 46, we're going to run it again because sometimes it will actually say a different line and it won't have got the right line. Nope, it stopped again. Turn left, while true. It's a forever loop and it's saying, no, I don't think I will. You know what? No, I won't. Line 46. So what is it that it's not getting? What is it that it's not forever looping? I've launched Guardians of the Galaxy and Fortnite. They're both running at the same time. If the stream crashes, I will be back. But okay, I don't think Guardians is running. That would have been crazy to run both of those. Why is it not? Why all true? Is it because of this gap here? Does this close? Does that close the loop? Don't tell me it's the break, because we did add a break up here, didn't we? About the time. Oh no, the timer was here. Yeah, you're blocked. Now do something. No, R2. R2, why are you doing nothing? Nothing. What? I don't understand this. All right, while true, yes. Sensor distance crash. It's going past that bit fine. Robot straight. 50, what it doesn't understand is turn left. Why doesn't it understand turn left if it understands, unless there's something in this? Could it be that we've added, you know, the break into it? Could it be that it didn't understand the fact that there was a gap in the function? Something as silly as that. Come on, buddy. Name error. What do you mean name error? We're going to have to come back and solve that next week because we're out of time. So we're going to be heading over to Fortnite. But what does it mean, name error? What does it mean? That is going to be my homework. All right, let's get the game up. Name error. What does it mean, name error? You know what I'm going to do? I might... No, okay, let's load up Fortnite here. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy did load, so it's a surprise that this stream is still going with not a single dropped frame. Wow, my computer is crazy. And Yeah, Fortnite's still loading though. Hello there, Bevel. Just got back from a fun trip. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Lego related, perhaps? So R2-D2 didn't manage to complete their task today. That is a bit disappointing. Why is it not recognizing? Let me bring up let me pause my stream feed and bring up the code so we can be playing with it as we go through. Oh, we just saw a little sneak peek of the event. Oh, let me patch this up so that you can see the sneak peek too. And I don't know if we're getting Tinks in. Are we booting up? Why is it? Oh, it is capturing. Okay, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, there is a new variant of Droid on Droid Tycoon. And oh look, I'm covering the QR code. Oh no, this is the event. But we don't want sneak peeks. We want to see this for ourselves as we go in. All right, I'll minimize that for now. Should we load in? All right, it's time. Oh, look, there we go. I say there we go. I haven't got the screen up. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. I'll get my headphones out so that we can hear all of the random chopper noises as well. In fact, do I have to mute the... Okay, that's paused. I tell you what I'll do. Let me double check as we're loading in that there's no copyrighted music. Let me just doubly check that because we do not want that. And also, yeah, the stream's probably going to drop a few frames. License audio is muted. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alrighty then. Shall we hop in? Play some Fortnite to round off this stream. Let's have a look. We're going to let the stream settle down a little bit before we do anything. There is a lot going on right now. Everything's happening. So we were defining, it didn't have a problem with our definition. Right. Let me see. Sightseeing of the Netherlands. That sounds awesome. Maybe Lego related. Depends. Depends how. You could bring some Lego around. Not many sites in the Lego box, to be fair. Oh, awesome. Did I see the Ahsoka Season 2 trailer? I have. Tinks hasn't seen it. But yes, I have seen it. It is awesome. Oh, wow. We are in for a season. Did you see the panel as well? You see them on the panel. A few things of that have come out. And the costumes. Forget about the trailer. Those costumes, right? The trailer was pretty cool. But the costumes look sick. Is it downloading? Yes. Sorry, that is covered. It's just finished downloading. That was me. Taking a while with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Python tabs I've got up. We've also got the community. I haven't forgotten about that. We will take a little look at that at the end of the stream. Yeah, let me keep this up so that I remember. And then, you know what? I could probably sneak this up. Can I sneak this up now? No, we're getting straight into the event. I couldn't possibly sneak up the community. Like the connecting bar is flying past. Right, there is not enough time for me to pull up the community and take a little look at Django and Boba's ATTE using the Juggernaut and 327th Battle Pack, which that is oh, it combines the ATTE, the Juggernaut, and the Battle Pack. That is impressive. I like the little AT-RT as well. It's always fun. That is cool. Yeah, I've seen some pictures of this over on the channel Discord as well. Oh, let's make sure we are collected. Ah, no, don't pop up with a collect sign. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Whoa. Why have we got no... Why have I got no audio? Stream's got audio. Oh. Wait, second. Okay, game audio cut out. There we go, I can hear it. I can hear it. Yes. I can hear it. And also, oh, nice. They've fixed the spawn. I'm actually spawning here. We spawned together. Maybe we didn't. Maybe you loaded in way before me. Stellar droids. Awesome. Awesome. I'm on Discord if you wanted to hop in voice call. If not, don't worry. Let me get these on properly. So beforehand, we were spawning. Player 2 was spawning over here, which is the worst spot. And they've also fixed up little things like the droids, stellar droids crafted. So there must be some sort of event for them, right? But I think rainbow droids, oh, they've removed Beskar as well. Beskar droids are now spawning a bit more frequently. And also, I think Chopper's banner was missing from the Sandcrawler. They've added that. We've got a banner for every droid. R2-3PO, Chopper, they're obvious. We got Beskar, Galactic. That is DJ Rex. That is Mr. Bones. That's BB-8. Huh. Maybe that's Beskar. And that... No. Yeah, maybe that's for the Marshal. And that's Beskar, because that's a Beskar ingot. I think. Then again, that's Boba's signet. But why would that be the Marshal? That's got to be Beskar. Whoa! Where were these? Where did these come from? Where? I just turn around and there's Tink standing there with 2 galactic droids. Where did they come from? What? They just popped up out of the blue. Oh, hold on. Wait a sec. I realize I pulled up the community. I'm not on chat anymore. Ah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Internet connection struggling. Got them for me. For me. Oh, awesome. Thank you. I don't know how you get them, though. I have to say. I don't know how they are got, but I appreciate the gift. So good. So, oh, is that one? Or is that gold? Oh, this is going to be annoying. Look how close they look. I suppose you've got the ring around them, so that's quite close. But that is... From afar, I'm not going to be able to tell the difference between them. At all. You sure you don't want one? As I've got the gong. How long do they take? That's what I wanted to look at. How long do they take to render in? Whoa, 90 seconds. Oh, we got double crafting again. Which, yeah, this is with BB-8. Stellar droid. Let's take a look at you in the lounge. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's one of those... It's like a void droid. It would be cool if it was a skin, but that's harder for them to do. What am I bumping into? Oh, the hitbox of the droid is... Wait, ain't there normally tables in here? And they're meant to be dotted around. They haven't removed the hitboxes of the tables. That's what that is. But it's like a void of a gong droid. That's pretty cool. Hello there! Whee. All right, what are we seeing? What are we... It's not bad how long they take, actually. Oh, we got a big old droid there. R7 Stellar! A legendary! Oh, we've got to find out how much that earns. That's got to be a big earner. And are they just from this? Have I been missing Stellar droids on the Sandcrawler? Oh, thank you. Stellar R5. They're totally on the Sandcrawler. I've been missing it. But thankfully on stream, I'm covering this corner of the screen. Galactic Legendary. Awesome. I'm sure that's a good one. I think I got all my legendary droids. Whoa. I guess I don't have my legendary droids anymore. Because now I'm in need of all of the stellar legendaries and the stellar beforehand. And wait, there's more. I saw that. I saw there was another task. Not for CB. Stellar rewards. How much did that cost me though? Because I've been saving up for rebuff. 6 trillion? I don't have all my galactics yet. Oh. I don't need these Beskars either. Sorry if you do need these Beskars and you're just watching me recycle them. That feels like pain. Oh, I've already done that one. Okie dokie. Let's bring Chopper out for... Oh, wait. I haven't collected these tokens. How many have I got? Oh. A few minutes worth. Better than nothing. All right, Stellar Droids. There we go then. Is that... I know there's the event at the top and it's... Oh, Stellar Countdown. I found it. I know what I'm looking for. Yes. All right, eeny me. Oh, I got to go for the BDX, don't I? That is the better droid. That out of the two of them, the BDX is amazing. Oh, yes. Hey. All right, every 5 minutes. That gives us 5 minutes to think of what went wrong with the code, right? I'm not selling any of these. These are all going to my lounge. They're doing like hundreds a second when I've got thousands. And I've also found out that, or at least for the last couple of weeks, I used to just log on sometime during the day and let the coins stack. But now the droids are somehow like limited to this until you collect the coins. At least they were the other day when I tested about a week ago, actually. It was last week. So you have to be collecting them every so often for your droids to be making more offline. But yeah, there we go. Every 5 minutes, we're getting 2 stellar droids, which is awesome because, you know, 2 people in the lobby. That means there are 2 droids to be had. Now then, whilst we wait for stellar droids, let's play the game. And by play the game, I mean not play the game at all. We will keep this up on screen. In fact, can I add this? Can I push the boat out and add this to my triple screen layout? I've got like 5 minutes to do this. I tell you what I can do. Let's keep the game up and then I'll add it to my triple screen layout and see if we can run it. I should be able just to add the game, shouldn't I? But that requires me knowing what the game capture is called because I got a few of them running. Oh, okie dokie. This one looks good. This one looks all right. And then you there. No good droids yet, chap. You can look for me. This is handy. I should stream this more often. This is also straight up cheating, but yeah, it would work. All right, there we go. Which one is it? This one. Here we go. Oh, that doesn't line up. Wait a second. That doesn't line up at all. Oh, I know what I've got to do. There we go. Neaten up the edges a little bit. Let's get back to R2-D2 then, shall we? This is like, you know, shorts when they have the sub. Oh, look at that. I just got some XP as well. We've just got to like run around every couple of minutes. It used to be the case where dancing would save you, but now I think they've changed it so that emoting no longer counts as movement. So we've got to keep an eye on that. Every 5 minutes should be all right though. Look at that snow mouse coming along. Handy that. Let's keep the stellar timer. 1 minute 40. So, wait, what? Oh, wait, that's... Oh, thank you. Working away at the... Let me sell this over here. Yeah. Yes, we now both get blueprints, which is quite handy. So, for R2-D2, it was... This is actually awesome. We should do this every Saturday and just have it up for droids, but I would definitely forget about it multiple times. The issue we've got is turn left. So R2-D2, you go straight. That is cool. But while true, and whilst the sensor distance, yeah, it doesn't even go straight. Whilst sensor distance doesn't equal crash, it doesn't even go straight. I think while true is the issue. Oh, figured out what it is. We forgot the capital T. It wasn't wrong, but it was wrong. Oh, look, R5 is complete. We've got enough time. Yep, it was the capital T in true. It was the capital T in true. Oh, do I have space in my lounge for you? Just about. Oh, I can't believe I crafted a flawless. Oh, look at the shine. A flawless stellar droid. What? Oh, crazy. I didn't have a flawless R7 first. Wait, are you both flawless or are you just rainbows? You're just rainbows. You're flawless. Yes. Yeah, you got the diamonds round. Oh, R5. Awesome. Bit jealous of R2, I guess. What have we got next on the lineup? We have an Imperial Probe. Was that what you got last time? And then an Utilitech. Yeah! I think it was an Imperial Probe last time when I took the BDX. I'm just going to nab this and run. No takebacks. No takebacks. I'm running as fast as my little legs go. I suppose little legs is fair when you paddle on Ahsoka. Yeah, I'm excited for the season 2 Ahsoka costumes. They're going to look fun. But forget about Ahsoka season 2. Forget about Droid Tycoon just for the next couple of minutes. While true, what's true? That's the name problem. So while true, it doesn't matter. It's going to do it at least once, even if it is the case. And then it comes back and it gets to the bottom of line 44 and goes, hold on a second. What's true? What true isn't defined. Do we know what true is? No, we don't know what true is. Let's ask them what true is, and that's what it's doing. We needed a capital T. This will move forward. This will turn left. We have cracked R2-D2's code. Come on, buddy. Don't let me down. Don't bring me down. And don't fail us now. You've got this. Why did I should have started you off straight. You're green. Why are you green and red? What happened to blue? Do you work? Okay, it kind of works. We might need to lengthen that by like 575. All right, you're going to go into the drawer. Now this is the true test. What? You were kissing the drawer. The drawer is just too far. It's because of the lip, isn't it? R2 is now a free roam astromech. How cool is that? We can just let R2 go, right? Look at that. In the wild. Awesome. I'm so trusting R2 right now. There's another one. Oh, look at that. 2 minutes off every hit. All right, R2 is a bit... Oh, look at that. Perfect. Straight away. R2 is now free roam. We need to find a way... Yeah, no space at the inn for you, buddy. I don't think I got any duplicates. So R2's just running around. It would be nice if R2 was able to go, you know, full on go. So that's the next step. We can add a timer. We can add a lot more. I think we still got some space. Come on, R2. Get to the corner. Blocked. Oh, aren't you the smartest droid in the room? R2-D2, everybody. Let him go. And he just sorts himself out. Is he going to straighten himself out? All right, this is the awkward bit. This is what I wanted to do next week. Can we fix it if we stop R2 for a second? How far? How far is that? We want to know how far is the wall to the distance sensor. Cheat. That is 90. 90 might be too far, but also 90 is a crash on the side, and that is stuck. R2 stuck there. R2 can't move because his two wheels, his back left leg and his really good leg are pinned against the wall. So R2 does need to be 90 for a crash. Now, if we set that value and run this again, true. It was all because of true. Silly old true. I can't believe that. Ain't you gonna block? Is it because I was holding this? Wait, it's because it's equal to, or yes, so crash needs to be 91. Crash needs to be 91 so that 90 is below. Because they do it in intervals of 10, I think. So 90 would be crash. There you go. Oh, smarty pants, R2. Oh, you knew it was a crash. Oh, nice one, buddy. Wait, why are you saying crash again? 90 isn't... Are you stuck? Do you have something on your lens? Because that's a crash, I can tell you that now. But that shouldn't be a crash. That shouldn't be a crash. All right, buddy. Tell me how far that is, please. How far? That can't be 90. Unless 90 is the furthest. I thought it went to 100. I thought, yeah, 100. So, unless 91 counts as 100, but then if 91 counts as 100, the number we should need is 90. If equal to or greater than, go straight. Oh wait, did I miss the, no, did I miss them? I missed them. I was distracted. No. What have I done? All right, we got to be on it now. If sensor distance, I feel like that shouldn't work though. But at the same point, we are detecting anything in front of R2. If R2 detects anything, 100 is just maximum. 100 is nothing detected. If anything is detected, that's not 90. I'm sorry, that's 100. Buddy, what is up? Crash at 90. Do we need to set it 89? Do we need to go the other way? If sensor distance is greater than crash, do we have to set it 80 because then 90? No, because greater than or equal to. Yay. What? What? All right. Let's move this down. So we know 70 is too close. 70 is way too close. This is 70, by the way. So this should get R2 trapped eventually. Sorry, I wasn't holding up the bottom of the table. In fact, this should trap R2. We need a motion if R2 doesn't move. There is a motion sensor of sorts. And I think it's in this. All right, let's put R2 out of his misery. Is it in the move hub? Is it in the move hub where there's a shake? So there's light on and off, light blink, which way's up, reading acceleration. Sorry. Using the stop button during your program, turning the hub off, making random numbers. Reading acceleration, I'm interested in that chapter. So we don't want the light. Using the IMU, yes, we've done the faces up. That's how we get it to stop. Gets the pitch and roll angles relative to the user-specified neutral orientation. That's the tilt. Returns. Gets the acceleration of the device along all 3 axes. Oh, the voltage would work as well. Wait a sec. The voltage would work. All right, acceleration, and we want the battery as well. Reading acceleration, and then there isn't a battery thing, is there? Reading acceleration. So what's the acceleration right now? Should be 0, right? That's what you'd expect. We've got the sensor distance and we want the acceleration because we've already got the hub and everything printed in. I saw that corner of my eye. I've already got one of these. Hey, this is for you. This is for you. I have a droid for you. There you go. You, not you, chat. Well, chat singular, not chat plural. You know who you are. There you go. Thanks. That is yours. I already have one of those. And did you get your droid from earlier as well? The Utilitech. Let me just hide this back here. Yeah, there you go. You got to see if you're watching stream for that one. What do we got over here? We have an IDEO and an R8. I don't think I have either of... I've already forgotten which ones I have. Thankfully, we've got a Droid Dex for this exact thing. An IDEO and a... What did I say? IDEO and an R8. Stellar. Which is not as good as Galactic. We have been told that. I don't have an IDEO and I don't have an R8. So 50-50, IDEO or the R8. Oh, I don't know. Should we leave this up to chat? We start a poll. The ID10, I think it is, or the R8. Good. Yeah. There we go. Leaving this one up to chat. I'm just going to leave this here where you can see them both. Which droid do you think I should get? Which one looks best? Which one's your favorite? Let me know in the poll, in the chat. Oh, quickly taken by the R8, followed up by the IDEO, splitting it 50-50. Whee, whee, whee. So the hub acceleration was what? The hub acceleration is minus, so that's the 3 axes, it's minus 900. Oh, wait a second. Oh. So that's set to A. And if we run this again, it should be the exact same. But then if we make it go backwards and run it again, it should be different. We'll make it go backwards like 150, maybe. It's not the same. Why is it not the same? What is that second? R2 has stayed still. I forgot it again. We were distracted. Or no, that was this one, wasn't it? Oh, I can't keep track of the timer, chat. It's 50-50 right now, which is crazy. Yeah, I mean, unless there's a big difference inside, I'm not going to be able to pick this. All right, now it's the same again. What if we move R2-D2? What about now? I don't get the minus 158. I don't see what that... Oh, wait, there's a different number that changed. And now this number changed. Are they feeding us random numbers? Because this is the acceleration of each axis. X, Y, Z. And I don't feel like we're accelerating. I do not feel like we're accelerating whatsoever. And now we've changed another axis. I think this is random numbers. I'm going to be honest. The IMU acceleration, maybe this is just variable and it is changing. It goes up sometimes, it goes down. Unless this left value change, wait, it only changes one at a time. Oh, now it's stabilized. But why was that? Because this has dropped. Maybe it's somewhere between the two values, and this is it jumping up and down. This is it not knowing which way it is. In which case, that's fair enough. Shouldn't they all be 0? And we can reset this. I remember reading that we can reset this. Yes, while true, XYZ, print XYZ. Wait, so we can see what printed. Hub acceleration. So the acceleration is useless, basically. It might be worse at some points, but the acceleration of the hub tells us nothing. Acceleration among all 3 axes. Maybe mid-go, that would be handy. I wanted to use acceleration to tell us when R2 was stuck and when R2 wasn't moving. I don't know if it going forward, if R2 moving forward will change the acceleration. So let's give that a go. We don't want to know how far it is. There we go. Just go straight and show me the acceleration. We should have printed the acceleration first because it could be different. And whoa! Oh, we've got another poll to look at after this. 2 more. Although I'll be honest, I might grab the BB. See if we can get a really good droid. Nice one, Tinks. Across from the Stellar Droid. Oh, the acceleration is different. But it's, again, left-hand side. And this is only 1 dimension anyway. How can we have 3 dimensions of acceleration when there's only 2 motors that operate in 1 axis? How? Yeah, I think the whole acceleration thing is bugged anyway. We need to know if there is a change. Oh, cracked it. We need to know if there's a change in, if there's a change in sensor distance. So whilst it doesn't equal crash, and unless it's 100, so whilst it's greater than crash, go straight. If it's less than, if it's less than, it should turn left anyway, shouldn't it? As much as I'd love the pit droid, I think I've got to go for the BB-8. Got it right. Yay! Oh, I missed it. That's the game telling us we should go for BB-8. So acceleration wouldn't work. If R2's trapped, I suppose the problem would be the sensor distance isn't below. Maybe every so often we can have it so that the sensor distance is a little bit lower. So that the sensor distance, like worst case scenario, he tries to go forward a few times and then the sensor distance is like, well, hold on, why don't we switch it up here and go around? That would work, wouldn't it? But that would also be a bit annoying. Like it would be a bit, yeah, it would be a bit irritating. Do I need a galactic gun runner? Why am I keeping you around? I definitely do not need you. What I do need is a BB so I can sell you all, because I get more chips if I sell you with BB. Cyclograv. A cyclograv, is a cyclograv needed? No, an opti-strike is needed. Awesome. Cyclograv, goodbye. I think I might have needed you last time though. Yeah, let's keep some of these droids around. I tell you what I'll do, if I can get past the invisible table. Let's put you all up here. Let's put you goldies up here. And put you down here. Beskar Legendary at the Sandcrawler. All these good droids, and yeah, they're not quite what we're looking for. We have, wait, don't I have a Rick over here as well? Oh wow, no, you are all like the same. You are the same one. Hold on. You're a Rick 1200. Yeah, you are. Sorry, Rick, old buddy, old pal. Oh, it pains me to get rid of this one. But that frees up the spot for the Cyclens. Hey, awesome. All right, you can go in there. And we've got space for another 2 goldies. So let's get you off the crafting station because we're about to get some new arrivals. We've got 5 so far. That's pretty cool. Lounge you as well. Let's take a look at them. Wait for them to arrive. Any second now. Where are they? Where are they? Come on. There you are. Oh, wait, when did you get here? Okay, we got the BDX, the R5. We got the Imperial Probe Droid. Hello there, Snow. We are multitasking today. The Imperial Probe Droid is quite nice. Gonk. The Gonk's my favorite, hands down. And the Idio, which I always think is item Versio. Oh, this is the dark one. Wait, hold on. We haven't decided between the Idio and the other droid, but it looks like Idio has taken the lead, nearly 70%. I'm gonna end just before we get the next stellar. Yeah, 70%. We're gonna call it for the Idio droid, and we'll be back for those other droids. Run! This is so quick that we can just shove you on the first available one and work our way back. All right, so Tinks gets the R8. Now we've got is the mouse droid the first one I got? So the way we operate, Tinks and I, with these droids is if one of us already has one, then they get the other. Oh, there you go. Thank you. And yeah, otherwise, you know, it's 50-50. We take turns getting the good ones, the legendaries and the mythics. I don't have the mouse droid, so I'm leaning towards the mouse droid to complete the base, which is ironic because I just took the epic over the other one. But mouse droid 2BB. All right, let me get another poll going. And we'll probably do one more poll after this, because then it starts to get a little more. Hello there. Oh, the 2BB. I thought you were going to sell it. I thought you were going to sell the 2BB. Oh, my heart. Oh, I thought it was like, no one gets the 2BB. We fight over the mouse droid. All right, the crash. So we need something that, oh, my heart is racing. We need something that will stop R2 from getting stuck. Because at the minute R2 works. For anyone that's joined, this is our R2-D2 on the little pen back here. And R2 is a free roaming astromech droid built out of Lego. So R2 will go forward, crash. R2 is running low on battery as well. Go forward again, crash, and then turn around. I think that's pretty impressive. Would be nice if R2 was a little faster and a little smoother, but we'll take what we can get. There we go. R2 is soft locked. This is the position we need to work ourselves out of. So this is the position we will be working ourselves out of. I see that mouse droid is surprisingly 100%. We've still got 2.5 minutes left on the poll, but thank you for agreeing. This is the position we need to work R2 out of. Let's see what we can do. So R2 is just currently going to go straight. We need something where R2 hasn't moved, but acceleration. Right, this is where I thought acceleration would work. It gets the acceleration of the device, but that doesn't work. What we need is if R2 isn't moving, because if R2 is sliding along the wall, that technically works until R2 gets to a corner, and then R2 will have to move. We need another sensor on the other leg. How much is a sensor? How much? I'm going to bring it up on Brickow and see if we can get a boost sensor. If we can get one of these for the other leg, then that will be fine. That'll be awesome. Let's check it out. The motor, the brick, where's the sensor? Oh, there you go. The light sensor. None in, oh, wait, there is one in the UK. Hold on. That's pricey. So £32 for a light sensor. What if there's another though? Lego light sensor. The thing is, it'd have to be a sensor that's compatible, and none of these are compatible. This is compatible with the other brick, but I wouldn't be able to connect that to the computer, which is a problem. So I guess that's out of the question. What about, we need something for vibration, something that send and receive messages. R2 can talk, robotics and drive, general purpose. So we want the move hub that's the shaky one, isn't it? Not the motor, not the sensor. Is it the motor? Is it the motor? Making the motor move back and forth, initializing multiple motors, setting the positive direction as counterclockwise, using gears, measuring angle and speed. Oh, wait, this is of the motor. Can we do this in the base? Motor angle, motor speed. Possibly. Resetting the measured angle, the absolute angle. Basic use, stop ongoing movements in different ways. Argument to change command stops. I don't think that's what we're looking for. We have a pit droid and an Imperial probe. I think we both have an Imperial probe now. Do we? Do we both have an Imperial probe? Also, chat has voted. Oh, Mouse Droid was almost pulled out of the lead, but Mouse Droid wins. So, Mouse Droid is mine. Tinks, you get the 2BB. Enjoy. Enjoy your 2BB. I will enjoy the Mouse Droid for sure. And okay, we might have to start selling some of these droids. Everyone had a nice good look. All the droids are here. And now we can start selling them. Oh, I hate this. I hate selling new droids, but it's what has to be done. Chat, look away. Look away. Don't watch. You can't see it. I will say, right, the R5 can stay. It's iconic. It is, what is it? It's iconic. It's not iconic. That is not the right word for this game, but it is. It is iconic. All right, Mouse Droid. There were two other droids. Anyone remember what they were? Because I cannot remember. Oh, we both already have the probe droid, don't we? I'm pretty sure. I don't know if Tinks has crafted it yet. It might be on the backlog. You can view, yes, the other droids though. Already has a pit droid and a probe. What was the other droid? It was, oh, a pit droid. Do we have a pit droid? Do we have a Brad droid? Or a Chris droid? We don't. All right, we'll take the pit droid and we will donate the other droid, I guess. Although with Stellar droids crafted, I don't know, Tinks, if you want to grab the Imperial probe and craft it so that you're on a, I assume, 7 out of 10, right? 7 out of 10 sounds right. Look at that, 90. We've not even got Chopper anymore, and we're still cranking 90s. What is up with that? Let's get Chopper back after we collect that. I wonder how much it will be to upgrade some of the droids, because at the minute it is. Oh, wait a second. You've got the new guys. Cash, come on, we can do better than Cash now. Oh, I wanted that proto roller. That Stellar proto roller could have been ours, but no. It said no. It didn't want to be ours. So you know what? We regrettingly respect that. But we respect that nonetheless. Yeah, Chopper is crazy with their 2 minutes. Ah, no Beskars here. Goodbye. So we've got 2 more Stellars. I'm going to do 1 more, and then we'll try and wrap up the codes in 1 week. In 1 week. In 1 week time, we'll be back to do more R2-D2. Not in 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks. In 1 week time, we'll be back for more R2. We'll be getting the head spin as well. But if we can get R2 out of that corner, that's preferable. That is what we want. And that would be really nice. Yeah, I wouldn't mind being able to crack that in the next couple of minutes. We got 1.5 minutes till the next droid. I'm going to throw that up on a poll as well. Hello there. Can we crack the code in that time. I don't know why it's... Oh, has it changed? Maybe not. So, while the sensor distance was... Because the sensor distance right now on R2-D2 is taller than the crash zone. It's not in the crash zone, but, you know, R2-D2 is essentially crashed. We can't have them turn left because... Why can't we? Why can't we turn left, turn right as we walk? That would be a bit awkward, but that's also... We need it to be more... We need it to be more concise, more rhythmic, you know, like move, 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 crash, turn, move, move, rather than step, 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 which is more so like an 80-80. I don't know where we'd begin, because we need to smooth the functions, but it's pausing between. It's pausing between. We need to get rid of the pause in between. I wonder if we could loop it with a time, right? If we could loop it with a time and find exactly how long... Oh, wow, there are droids galore. I was so hoping that that would be a stellar. All right, chat. We have all of these droids, don't we? We have the mouse, R8. Let's check. I'm pretty sure we have all of these droids. The mouse, the R8, and the Imperial probe. The mouse... Oh, we don't have the R8. But does Tinks? Does Tinks have the R8? Because I've seen one of those before. Do you have the R8? Do you have the R8? Oh, do you? Maybe. Yes. Maybe. No. Maybe so. Do you have the R8? Dun 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 dun. Oh, do you need the mouse droid? Wait, did we check properly? Oh, you need the mouse droid and you have the R8. Hey! Okie dokie. That is a deal. That is a deal. And I'll run one more for the polls. We'll get one more for chat to vote on. All right. Awesome. Nice. Let's whack this one on top as well. This is our 10th droid. This gets us the crystals and kind of completes the first leg of the mission. You can do this 40 times if this is like any of the other events. It does have a cap at 120 crystals. That is beautiful. We have to say goodbye. All of our R5s. I don't think I have any R5s. No R5s. All of our R5s will look like that though, which is really nice to know. All right, let's take a quick peek at some of these gold droids. We have one missing. Let's wait for them. There they are. All right. We have the mouse droid, the 2BB droid, the pit droid, the R8, and you're the idiot. Oh, a diamond mythic. That's a good one. Already got all my diamond mythics as well. We're on to Beskars and Galactics. The Idio is a that one is the Idio is Iden Versios. It's the Iden 10. The R8 is R7 is Ahsoka. Who has an R8 droid? I don't think anyone that we know has a... There's got to be one. Maybe Kit Fisto's is R6. I can't remember who has the R8. Pit droid, we know what a pit droid is. 2BB is a Resistance. Actually, it's a New Republic droid, I think. The Resistance used BB and the other model, which I can't remember what the other model is. And then the mouse droid. Of course, mouse droid's pretty awesome. And now we've taken a little look. This is a good way to part with all these droids. Going through, appreciating every single one. Thank you for your service. And then dismissing them with like no sort of pension for the hard work they've done sitting here. The other droids get better deals, I hope. I don't need the Imperial probe droid. What we do need is the robot to go straight, and by robot, I'm sorry, I mean R2-D2. It says robot straight. We should also change the name of the robot. But we need R2-D2 to go straight, and R2 isn't going straight, which is annoying. Well, R2's going straight, but you know what I mean. R2 isn't going straight in the way that we want R2 to go straight. They're going straight as far as they can. And that's the annoying part. And I can't see anything. I can't see anything that would change that. So there doesn't seem to be a way to time like, unless I use whilst time, but I'm still getting the gaps between them. So that is a challenge for next week. We need to consistent steps. Consistent. That's a weird word. So we need to constant, not consistent, constant steps. Turn right and not be blocked. What if... No, we wouldn't be able to turn left because that would be further into it. What if we have a turn right every so often anyway, but we don't want to do it every like 5 steps and then we're back to the start anyway. 5 steps, turn right in an open space. That's a box. That is just walking in a box. We've got a few minutes to think this over whilst we check out, all right, CB or Nav X. CB or Nav X. One of these goes to us. One of these goes to Tinks. Which droid would you like to see? I will start a poll. CB or Nav X. Let me know. And hopefully we don't miss any other droids in the background. The more we do these polls, the closer I'm getting to these droids and the harder it is to see the background. So, turn right. Turn right if sensor is crashed. There's got to be a way that we can have it so that R2's leaning left a little bit. Right now, what we need R2 to do is either turn into it. Wait. Oh, are you caught on the handles? Wait a second. Wait 1 second. Are you caught on the handle? Is that why you're turning right? What if we had Funko boxes there? Oh, I think R2 might be dying. Let's see if we can get R2 on for one last ride, and then I'll have to swap out the batteries for next week. All right. Here we go. Here we go. CB's in the lead at the minute. Go on. We want you to go that way. Why are you turning around? All right, you're blocked. Now what are you going to do? I'm going to put my arm out here to act as the other blockage, which we haven't run. Okay. Why are you going around, bud? What's up? Oh, wait a second. You're not coming out. Oh, you are coming out. Yeah, you straighten up. That's what we want to do. This is perfect. That's too perfect. I don't know why you're going around. It looks like one of your arms has detached or something. All right. All right, you're caught exactly in the position we want to free you from. All right, and the battery just died. The only thing I can think of is having R2 just make turns out of the blue, but that seems like a cheap fix for something that we should be able to solve by... The problem is R2 is catching themselves at a 45-degree angle against the wall, and the sensor isn't picking it up. Now, realistically, you just had 2 sensors. That's the easiest way you could go about fixing it. But it's a bit more complicated for you R2, isn't it? We can't just add 2 more sensors. or another sensor, which would be perfect in your face. So we, oh, it wouldn't actually, because the sensor would be stuck pointing upwards. We need to add. So the problem is that R2 is on its side. R2 just needs to turn 45 degrees. We could have R2 wobble. We could have R2 wobble because whilst sensor distance, does it do everything? Does it go through? Oh, could we have a flip of a coin? Could we have random number? What we could do is add a turn into here, but we don't want 66. We want 53, but we want positive or negative. So I don't know if this works on the base of Python that we've got, but if we have a random number, we don't have rand, right? Random. Oh, what package would we have to import? What have we got? What have we got? B1 heavy. Damn. Okay. And an R3. What has chat said? Chat has said CB. All right, Tinks, do you need a NavX or do you want the B1 heavy? You take your pick. I'm taking the CB as instructed. Do we have a NavX? I feel like NavX. I feel like we might have had a NavX. Do we have a NavX? It's not on one of the polls. I feel like I've written down NavX. You're not a NavX. Which one's the NavX? You. I'm pretty sure we've seen a NavX. I've got a BB, but this is a CB, which is, oh look, top row again. Awesome. Now we just need an R3. I don't think we saw an R3, did we? Did we see an R3? Oh my God, we saw an R3. You take the B1 heavy, I'm taking the R3. I'm getting bingo. I'm getting bingo. Yeah, sorry chat, I'm not leaving this one up to a poll. All right, so we're gonna wrap up our Fortnite. We'll see if anything happens on the hour. We will stick around, but I won't be putting up any more polls. That is it on the Fortnite front. As for R2-D2, we've made some progress. All we need to do next time, and I'm gonna make a note of this, we'll block that out. So R2 works on a 90-degree basis. We need to add a random number for spontaneous 45-degree turns. Yeah, to wobble. We want R2-D2 to wobble left, right, as R2's moving. So R2 steps, turns, steps, turns, steps, turns, like sort of just wobbles. Maybe we don't do it all the time as well. There should be 3 options. There should be no wobble. So maybe we just need to define another variable. There should be a no wobble. There should be a wobble left. There should be a wobble right. That's what we need. And I'm going to back up all files by downloading them to a backup, which you should always do once you're finished your work. And I think that is all on the base of that. All right, 2 minutes to go. Let's see what else we can do in game. R2-D2, thank you for your service. You will be seen again. We have managed to create a free roam R2-D2, which although basic works really, really well. Don't need that one. NavX we do need, and an Imperial probe nobody needs. Is that NavX for taking? Let's double check. Any NavX? Wait one sec, wasn't it? Oh, it is up here. Yes. All right. Awesome. I'm going to be pinching that. And that's my crafting bases. Oh, yeah, I've been really enjoying Droid Tycoon. It's the sort of game you can pop up for a couple of minutes every so often. I guess we can test our luck with R2 back here. Let's just get all these. I I think I already have a BB9 Galactic. I don't know if Tinks needs a BB9. Let's pick that up. There we go. Yeah, just in case. If not, I'll probably craft it anyway. It's a good source of... Actually, no, the legendaries aren't too good a source of CPUs. They do get you 100 though, which with BB-8 is doubled, and right now isn't doubled any further. That sucks. At least cash is doubled though. So these are both Stellar rewards. Oh, okay, we missed out on that Stellar. We get one more chance at a Stellar. This is like gambling. You are welcome. Do you need BB9? Jump for yes, crouch for no. Yes. Oh, there you go then. All yours. All yours. Awesome. Let's lounge these ones. Oh, wait, is that a crouch for no? Oh, I thought those jumps were for yes, but that is a crouch for no, isn't it? This on here? Yes? This cool? I'm waiting for the jump for confirmation. Oh, yes! Okay, there we go. Oh, thank you. Yeah, good source of tokens that. All right, we're going to have to clear up these because we have just got more Stellar Droids. That one's going to take a while. I'll be back. It's not just a rare, though. Crazy that takes so long. Oh, we have got an R8. Got that, and a Gonk got... Okay, this is gonna become like the typical event, isn't it? Where we get the same droids. A Gonk and an R8. I'm pretty sure we have both of those. They're top shelf stuff, right? Top shelf. Yeah. Oh, no. R8. The Gonk is... We have a shiny Gonk as well. And oh, I just realized what it was. It is an iconic. All right, the hour has passed and there isn't anything else on here, so we can come out of this. Now, I do want to see how much it is to upgrade a Stellar. Actually, whilst we're running over, let's run over with style. Which is a Stellar Droid? Because they're after Beskar. They're after Galactic in the droid decks. We got told they were between Beskar and Galactic, but it does seem that Beskar still upgrades into Galactic. I need to go there and swap you. So does Galactic upgrade into them? That'd be crazy if so. And if it is worse than Galactic, you'd be paying for worse droids. Maybe they haven't updated that. I know when Galactic droids were brought in, it was like 2-3 weeks before they thought about upgrading it, or maybe they do it on purpose so that we can't just farm tokens. Yeah, wait, it's cheaper. All right, hold on. For science, this Mono Walker is 90,000 a second. If I upgrade them, they're 225,000 a second. That's not between, that's better than Stellar. Aren't you happy that we stuck around for a few more minutes? And why did I choose this guy over, like, do I have any Galactic Mythics? Because 24,000, I'm going to prioritize those. You're a legendary, and yeah. No, you're a legendary. Yeah, you're all legendaries. Any Galactic Mythics in here? You're all legendaries. Oh, wow, that was quick. Any up here? I don't think I have any then. Are you Galactic? Oh, we do have a Galactic. Imagine the numbers. All right, next week we might have to hop on just solely to upgrade the KX whilst we're coding. That is handy, having that up at the same time. But that is all for today. We're not going to wait the extra minute. We'll be here forever. Thank you all so much for watching. Chat, shout out. The delay is insane, isn't it? Just between the game and such. So we've got R2 to free roam. We do not have R2 to free roam completely unharmed yet. That is what we're going to do next week. But the fact that R2 can free roam at all, I think is impressive. R2 can now go around. What I'm going to do is probably brick build a little base, because as I said, it only needs to be like 3 bricks tall to be a blockage, and I want to see how it works with that. And then at some point, we're going to take this around the floor, see how it behaves, or maybe I'll do that before next week and see just how good R2 is. Because the annoying part is when R2-D2 is against a wall like this and the sensor is too far, we could consider putting the sensor in a different place. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. This is too tall and the other leg would have the same issue. If R2 is going round with some sort of limp that goes left though, that would catch the right leg more often. But then is that related to the fact that the leg is here? And also, is everything as straight as it can be? Because that would definitely affect R2's movement and the motor. I think next week we're going to start off with the motor. That should be fairly easy to sort out. And then once the motor's good, we're going to go back to the leg and try and work out how that will be fixed. If you have a fix for it, let me know in the comments of this stream once it goes on demand, once it becomes a VOD. But that is all for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and shout out to chat for helping throughout, whether it be picking the droid or sorting out our coding problems. Thank you all, and until next time, on Monday we will be building the Bad Batch shell, which is not up there. I've had to move it to fit the sandcrawler, but until then, thank you so much for watching. May the bricks be